So in this video, I'll be explaining how to solve a simple question. So I've copied the question here. So it's just a simple task. Build a simple n8n workflow that demonstrates your understanding of logic node, test, and debugging. Task: create a workflow using a manual trigger. So the first thing that is important is for you to read through the question and understand what the question is actually telling you to do. So the flow must be a manual trigger. You set your manual trigger node, the set field, you use the conditional, the logic, and you should have an output. For example, a student with a name, with a key which can be a particular name, and the score, which is the value. With this, you'll be able to demonstrate what if the student score 75 or score 35. 35 is below the benchmark, and the benchmark here is 50. So I've already opened my n8n in my background, so I'm going to my browser. So I've already done the assignment, and what did I do? The first thing was that I added my manual trigger. So I can just, this is the manual trigger, this is the field. So it's the normal way of adding manual trigger. How do we add manual trigger? Just come over here. When you come over, okay, I think I just need to delete this. Let me delete all this workflow and do it from scratch, which is better. So this is the first thing, the manual trigger. So I want to clean it. Good. First thing first, you open your, this is my n8n platform. I'll click here. This is the manual trigger. I'll press the manual trigger. It does not really require anything, it's just to manually execute my task. So I was told to add, from the instruction, to add a set field. The old name is actually set node, but you won't see set node again. It's called set field. So it's set field. So what am I going to do? I was told to have, the instruction is that I should have, this is the key, this is the key, and this is the value. So the key is a name, right? So I'll just give it a variable name. Variable is just like, it's called a container. Variable is a container that holds a value. So I'll just name it, name students. This is just a variable that is holding the value. So the value must be a string, since it's not, since it's a character. So I'll provide it with the name of Daniel easily. So another variable will need to, if I execute this, you will discover that only one name will appear, just Daniel, just the name. This is the key and this is the value. So I need to add additional feed. So for the scores, now the score should be of a data type number. Remember, you must change it to numbers for this to work well. So I haven't done that. I will give Daniel 100. I'll give Daniel 100. If I run this, it will include this. It will include it in the output, which is fine. And that is my flow for, I've gotten Daniel. Now I need to add a logic to it. Logic. So, and we were specifically told to use the if node. I could have used switch, but based on the instruction, we're told to use the if node. So the if node will always return a data type called boolean, either true or false. True or false. So I've pressed it. So it will always take two routes, either one route or the other. And remember, this is the input and this is the output. So when we execute our previous command, we will get the input from here. So what am I doing? So I'm interested in the variable holding the scores, holding the number, right? So I will just drag this. This is the this is the value that it provides, and I will assign it that it must be equal to is a number, remember, so it must be the option available here is, does it exist? This one, but I'm not interested. Is it equals to this thing? It must be greater than. It must be greater than. In fact, it must be greater than 45. If I say it's greater than 45, that means that the benchmark is 50, because 50 is greater than 45. This will work perfectly because 50 is greater than 45. If it is greater than 45, then it's going to it's going to proceed to either a true branch or a false branch. Now our true branch is not empty, but our false branch is empty. That means that it followed this right path. Now we're told to provide or to send back a message. Send back a message. And how do we send back a message? And we can also still use this edit feed. So I'll click on this, press the edit field. So I've clicked on it. So what am I going to do here? So remember, this is the input and this is the output. So based on the input, remember, as we are manually triggering it, all this information are made available for me. So from this if node now, we already know that, oh, since it's going to go this way, and we want to return back a response to them, right? We want to return back a response to them. Do we do JSON? No. Let me just press this. So just envision it. So we want to pass a message, right? So we can just put message. Message will be the key. We can press message. That's the key. Message. This is the key. And what should the message contain? What information is the message going to give us? Remember, at the end, it's meant to return back an output in JSON format. JSON means JavaScript object notation. That's how um information are stored inside the servers. So we'll be using JSON. So what is it going to bring out? So I already did this, so I just want to control. So I can do this. Let me. Okay, this the demonstration of the assign. Okay, the description of the assignment. I can cut this away. Let me copy this and space back. So now what do I want to do? I want to say that I want to just write a simple logic. I want to include their name, right? So I want to include the person's name. So how will I get the person's name? I can code this thing out, but we actually don't need code. I'll just drag this place and put the value here. So it's providing me that name. I can just construct a letter, just say I can, as well make it capital letter I, Daniel, then put a comma. You can see the output down here. Congratulations. You passed the test. Let me just say test with a score of. So now I don't want to add code it. I want it to be dynamic because we'll be having different inputs. So I'll just drag the score here. I can as well code it out, but I'll drag the score here. So now this is the message that will be returned back. So if I execute this, you will see the message that will come out. You see the message, and I said, oh, congratulate the message is, "Hi Daniel, congratulations, you passed the test." So it's meant to be test. Pass the test with a score of so 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 and so 100, and that is actually good. That is what we want to have concerning this. So I can just as well go back to copy this out. I just want to copy it so that I want it to do more. So it does not meet the true branch, when it does not meet the true branch, why is this? Yes, good. Remember, it must show mark. So if it does not show mark, that means that there was something with it. So supposing we failed it, so we also need to attach this, because definitely in exam, it's not everybody that will pass. Some people will definitely fail the exam. So we are checking for that also. Then if that should be the case, remember our value will our key is also message. I've typed the message, and the message is a string, not a number. So if it's a number, we embed, sorry, I'm using the term embed, we add the JavaScript through using those curly brackets to bring it in. So I can just say, "Oh, sorry," then provide the name of the person. Provide the name of the person. For this one, we don't have any input. Why don't you have any input? Because nobody failed. So now, how will I do now? I will go back again, come to this field, click on it. Then I'll give it a different name of Kemi, and provide Kemi with 49. 49. So that's the output, 49. So having scoring 49, then I'll play here. So I can execute this flow by just pressing the play button over here. So it will take a different route. So you can see it's taking this route. So now I've been provided with input for this edit feed. So this is the input for this edit feed. Click on it. I haven't clicked on it. This list will load up. So I've already typed. Remember, I was going ahead to write my message. So I'll say sorry. Then I don't know the name of the person. I'll just copy this. This is called variable. This is the container that holds the value. I'll just say sorry, Kemi. Then you failed this test with a score below 50. With a score below 50. No, let me just say with a score of, then I'll give her a value, the value of the score she has. I've dragged it here, and you can see the output over here. So if I run it, or what they call execute the code, so if I press execution, you will see that it will load. And when it loads, it has provided me a value. Say sorry, Kem, you failed the test with a score of 49. That is dynamic. I'm not the one hard coding it, because if I've hard coded it, definitely everybody will having this 49 attached to it. So it is dynamically done, and that is it for the assignment, which is very easy. And how do you send the assignment? From the instruction, you can take a screenshot of it. So now they've seen the workflow over here, your output, the output shows here. So it can take different routes. So this is all concerning the assignment. It's very simple. One thing and again, finally, we can actually edit the name. We can change this one to pass. We can change it to pass. just click on it, click on the name. You can as well change it to any name. You can edit this. You can, in fact, you click on the field. When you click on the field, from the top you will see where the name is. I can change it over here, put it to success. I can name it success, which is good. For this I can change it to failure. Just click on it, click inside, and come over here, double click on it, then failure, failure, fine. Go out of it. The if node, you can call this one any, you can call it, you can give it a descriptive name that you can easily, or anybody looking at your workflow can relate or understand. So it's not complicated. Just click on this. You can call it whatever name you want to call it. I can just call it input. Input. I can say data input, data input, which is fine with me. And come out. So that is all about it. So to publish, if you want to publish, you just go here and click publish. Actually, this is actually local. Remember, this is not the cloud based one, so it's just accessible within my computer. So that will be all for this. Thank you.